their life a lot more difficult. I mean,
10
any
seconds.
save coming out if they get like the initial jump with the Nixus
5
Acid and being able to turn the Loon
seconds
Illusion against the enemies would be pretty powerful. They're going to be hesitating now for sure on Furia. I'm not sure what they grab as a carry. I mean, Gyrocopter's in the pool and seems decent.
Yeah, it is. It's actually not bad at all.
It plays with the back wall pretty well. If they do take the Ancient Apparition on the side of Undying immediately after, though, life is still pretty difficult because Gyrocopter does not like fighting into that Ice Blast. Once you're Frostbite, you're not going to get any HP recovery, and it is a hero that does build Satanic is forced to heal back up in these team fights. Grab the Winter Wife, which makes AA even more value, but you've kind of picked yourself into a quarter now on a dying. Unless you want to run this Mirana mid and the Shadow Demon in position 4, you don't have the option for the Ancient Apparition anymore.
Yeah, it seems like they wanted to just pick a stronger lane, right, than going for the Ancient Apparition. It's always great to have with the DK, but I think what they realized is if they go for that with whatever carry they have in mind, the lane would be too weak against the Darkseer Nyx. So instead, they opt for the Shadow Demon, which can definitely punish lanes that get really aggressive. So we'll see what they decide to pick on the safe lane, though. I'm a little bit curious. They do have the Winter Wyvern, which, so much healing, so much turn in team fights with that Winter's Curse. So we'll see what they decide to do with it. Undying's almost out of time completely.
Yeah, 5 seconds left. To take the Gyrocopter for themselves. I would have expected Furia to take that one, but they immediately respond with the Slark. They did not even hesitate. They knew what they wanted right away, so I doubt they were even thinking about that Gyrocopter. And the Slark is all right here. You can get blown up, which is kind of scary. You have the Shadow Demon set up into an arrow. You're playing against a Dragon Tail as well, but it does enjoy fighting into the DK in the lane. A lot of other heroes, the DK just kind of stands his ground and trade with you when you're working against that attribute shift, or sorry, the essence shift. Slark just ends up zoning you out of the lane completely. So I don't mind that one here. In games that Slark is good, it's good. But you are my resident Slark expert here, Ricky.
Big fan of this pick. I think it's gonna have a great time in lane. It doesn't do too bad against the Gyrocopter, and you have the Darkseer. So we're gonna be seeing most likely an Aghanim Scepter built in the mid-early game here on the Slark to just be active. And Mirana, you can't leap out, so Moon's gonna have a really rough time here. Shadow Demon, you can disrupt yourself, but you just come right back down into a Dark Pack, clean up those illusions, no problem at all. And so Furia, they just ban out the counters that they don't want to deal with. The Ember Spirit mostly there just because of the arrow follow-up, and now the Puck, the Silence, and the Ultimate Coil, quite good at dealing with heroes like Darkseer and the Slark. So yeah, I think this is a great pick. I think from at this point, Furia have a really solid draft. Undying, they're kind of going to be all in on Tomato's Gyrocopter. And you have a Darkseer.
5 seconds remain.
All right, this is I do like the Puck ban. It's crazy how much they singled out Bryle in this, and they even I think it's a little bit of a deny pick. Being able to jump the Shadow Demon Mirana in the back and the Storm Spirit is nice, but they block out the Morphling, the Ember Spirit, the Puck, and they pick up the Storm for themselves too.
Yeah, these are all really good picks, really good bans too.
10 seconds
Yeah,
remain.
Bryle, not a ton of options here.
You could go Lina, but Lina just really struggles against the Slark.
Not what I was expecting at all. Is it going to be Mirana in the mid?
Mid DK, I think.
Yeah, Moon Meander, Mirana, you're absolutely right. And yeah, Bryle playing the Dragon Knight mid, Saberlight on the Doom. I mean, Doom is one of the better counters to the Slark. He's not able to re-engage into the fight. He's forced to sit back for a pretty long period of time. Getting that off onto the Storm as well just completely removes him from the team fight.
My issue with
ahead.
this Doom is going to feed super hard bottom. There's no chance this Doom does not feed. Like, the Slark Winter Wyvern will just crush you. So if they decide to make any rotations onto this bottom lane, like, Doom's game is going to be really sad. I think the Doom pick, like, it's really good in the scope of the game. Like, if you get the Dooms onto the Slark or the Storm Spirit, but this Doom, typically, it's played super greedy, and you get, like, an early several points into Devour and then start playing aggressive, just like farming, going for early blink and stuff. But I just don't see this Doom being able to farm. I think it's going to get zoned out super hard bottom.
So you think Meander's not going to be able to provide enough harass? They're just going to kind of move to the jungle, shoot arrows off the creeps, devour creeps, just kind of let Slark do his thing down here?
Yeah, I mean, for the most part, the only thing you can really do on Moon Meander is try and harass out the Wyvern, but whenever this Arctic Burn is up, Doom can't be in lane, like, at all. Once you're level 2 on Slark and you have Pounce plus Essence Shift, he can die to a single Arctic Burn. So Doom's going to have to be very careful.
Yeah.
But Saberlight's a god gamer, so we'll see what he does. We're into game number 2 here of our game number 1, sorry, of our second series here today. For those of you who are just joining us on the Loopet Pro Series Season 7, it's Undying versus Furia. Taking a minute to jump into the game. There we go. Might have been a little bit of a pause. Not entirely sure, but we are off to the races now.
Well, I'm excited about this one. Undying, I mean, they're probably in pretty good form after that last match. Beast Coast did give them a run for their money. They're looking kind of like uncontested strong. The only thing that they did was like that safe lane pudge where it didn't end up working out for them. But, you know, when you're so far ahead of the pack, you get to try some of these silly things. You get to experiment a little bit. And I do kind of like people trying to go outside the realm of what is normally played. But ended up getting punished by four Zoomers for that one.
No, it was Team that they played the pudge into.
Oh, right. Then it was yeah.
4 Zoomers just 1-1'd them in a really dang good series. I mean, Undying now have 3 1-1s. And I believe what that means is 4 Zoomers are guaranteed first place in the groups, potentially? Well, no, not necessarily. If Undying 2-0 this, they will get first place in the groups.
All right. So we did have that pause come out like you were talking about, but it does give us a chance to break down the legs. It isn't lanes. It isn't exactly what we were expecting here. You say the Doom isn't going to do too well. He's starting with not much armor either. He's just going for a Quelling Blade, so be easy to zone him out. I mean, it was kind of like a lose-lose scenario playing against this Slark. If the DK is forced to do it, he can't stand his ground with Dragon's Blood and trade with Breathe Fire like can a lot of other heroes. You're going to be able to Dark Pack that off and, you know, just do as much damage as you normally would to any other hero with Essence Shift and just run him down, build up a couple stacks, you end up feeding. But Saberlight also going to struggle here. You do have the ability to run away from this Slark, I think, somewhat easily. I mean, with Scorched Earth, you've got a lot more movement speed than him, and he's only going to be able to hit you with like 1 pounce. Probably going to be putting a point into Dark Pack pretty early as well. So you can just walk away from him, but you're going to get zoned from the lane. Like, if you aren't giving up kills to the Slark, you're going to struggle to find any farm yourself. And the Slark is just going to be able to like have perfect CS here, right?
Yeah, I mean, the thing is he pretty much has to go 0-1-1 on Slark here. You'll probably take Essence Shift 1 or even Pounce. You have to go Essence Shift 1 here, and then Pounce at level 2. And if they're able to get the level advantage on the side of Furia here, like if they really play aggressive, kill off these creeps and get that early level 2, they can play up on this Doom and force him out of lane completely. Duster's already picked up a Blightstone, so your Doom, you know, with very low starting armor, he does have 5 back, you know, which is a lot more than he used to have.
Too much armor.
Way more than he used to have. But it doesn't matter all that much against the Slark, the Arctic Burn with this Blightstone. I mean, they'll chew right through that Doom's HP pool, no problem.
Yeah. And Dubu starting Boots of Speed here, which is kind of interesting.
I think he's
playing against the Darkseer and the Nyx Assassin in the offlane, but yeah. It's like you said, it looked kind of greedy at a first glance, but they'll just run you down and kill you if you don't go Boots of Speed. In fact, Nyx Assassin has Boots himself.
Yep.
There's absolutely no getting away from this guy if you don't end up picking these. You're just dead to Ion Shell otherwise, so smart play by Dubu, obviously. 200 IQ gamer.
Yeah, Nyx has a pretty high base movement speed already, and he's going to grab those boots every single time with the Darkseer. And if you're a 5 position that's not very mobile, you can't afford to just stick around there. Like, you're going to get bursted by the Nyx Assassin Darkseer combo. So, as a result... All right, Tomato, come on, brother.
I thought we weren't going to bring attention to that.
You know, what can you do? I'm sure no one saw it. It's fine.
He's a real character. Anyhow, let's get on with the game. They're gonna try to put this ward down as quickly as possible, take advantage of these boots here on RD. Oh, he might scout this one out on Doom. In fact, I think he does.
No, I don't think he saw him.
Did he?
I don't think so.
I didn't toggle my vision on.
See, God observer here, able to scout that out.
You mean Jerry?
Yep, definitely. Leo top lane. Forced to go Dark Pact 1 as a result of the rotation. That is really rough.
Yeah. What can you do? I mean, you're not going to be able to trade with that Essence chip for the start of the game, which makes things kind of miserable. You won't have pounds for any kill potential either. Saberlight would be more than happy about that one.
I honestly think you like give up potentially dying there to not go Dark Pact 1. Because this gives Doom all the space in the world now. Like, well, they're actually just gonna safe lane him. They're gonna aggressively lane the gyrocopter into the Slark. All right,
makes more sense. I mean, you said that he would just end up feeding here if the Doom had to lane against the Slark.
Yep, this is perfect decision making here from Undying, and Furia have no clue. They don't see this happening. They do not have wards in place to scout this out, and oh, you're going to be so disappointed if you are Furia here as soon as you see this Doom in the gyrocopter. Your lanes are going to be pretty bad. Doom is great against Darkseer. You just devour the Ion Shell creep as soon as you see it.
Yep. Seavat hasn't dropped the Ion Shell onto any of these creeps just yet, though. And uses it on himself, so Doom unfortunately not able to deal with that one. But yeah, not pleased about this one, I imagine.
Yeah, Slark might just be dead here. Oh, mistimed the arrow from Moon. That was absolutely first blood going the way of Undying if they connect there. And this Shadow Demon Mirana combo, I mean, you're tri-laning into the Slark and backfired right out of the gate.
Unfortunate. They're going to keep the heroes up here for now. Leo is taking some pretty heavy harass. They can't deal with these missiles coming out from Tomato just yet either. And yeah, Moonman are just going to aggressively click Leo here. Not having any Essence Shift to fall back on either means you can't play aggressive onto these heroes. I mean, even if he can't get the kill, he's forcing a lot of regen out of the Slark. And he only came to lane with like these tangos here.
Yeah. I mean, the thing is...
He thought he'd have Venom to run down Doom, right?
Yeah.
You go ahead.
I was gonna say, like, I guess if your intention is to lane the Slark into this, then yeah, going Dark Pact 1 is fine. But he's got to be so careful this game. You're just not gonna get anything on this safe lane Slark, and Leo is gonna be really sad. Meanwhile, the gyrocopter basically free farming 7 and 7, and Doom is not gonna get shut down here by a Darkseer. It just doesn't happen.
No, he's going to find all the CS in the world. He did just use Devour, so he's able to drop these Ion Shells on the creeps if he wants to.
Undying are crushing all three lanes right now.
Yep. I imagine it won't be long until we see the 1k net worth advantage. Is it right now? It's almost there to begin with. That is pretty insane. It's like 800 at the moment. We're only 2 minutes into this game.
Yeah.
Forced to pick up the water rune, walk out of his way for that, which doesn't feel great, but you don't want to give up both water runes to a Storm Spirit.
You get a nice lane pull here in the bottom. Winter Wyvern top lane incredibly low. That's going to be first blood. Dubu pops him with the Shadow Poison.
What were supposed to be wonderful lanes, and now you're losing all three. The Slark, you spent all this gold on the Orb of Venom, can't do anything with it. Now he's got Boots of Speed queued up to try to like run at this gyrocopter, bring him down, but by the time he's got this, Gyro's going to have boots of his own. I have no problem trading with him.
Yeah.
I'm curious if this Gyro is going to go the stats build.
I think so. I mean, I can't imagine he goes for, you know, the Rocket Barrage. It doesn't really do a whole lot this game. He doesn't want to be like on top of the Slark, the Darkseer and stuff like that. He's never going to catch either. If he just tanks up and gets stats, like, he's very happy with how the game is going. And they're just going to continue to deny experience here onto the Slark. They do get a nice pull once again on Saberlight in the bottom lane, but he's level 4 and he's, you know, farming not too shabby. There is going to be the vacuum pullback, and Pops that fairy fire, able to barely survive thanks to this tower.
Yeah. Too difficult to just dive from underneath that at the moment. You do have boots of speed on the Doom, and nothing on the Darks here just yet. So he has to walk all the way back to. Looks like he might try to grab a creep on his way back. He does have 2 points in Devour. Don't want to waste it. Be more efficient this way.
Saberlight is a little centaur. Get him, buddy. Oh, it's not gonna happen.
Yeah, he's a little bit faster.
Sheesh, indeed, says Saberlight.
I don't think he got any of those damage locks off there.
No,
that would have
did
been
not.
rough. RNG trying to get Saberlight killed. He's too good though. Man doesn't make mistakes. All right. Bottom lane gives 60 Fat a little bit of time to farm by himself. He's doing pretty good for CS. You know, Doom farms pretty uncontested in this lane, but Dark Seer doesn't do too bad himself. The fact that Doom does struggle to like, without the HP regen, you can't play super aggressive and far forward as far as like zoning the Dark Seer out of the lane.
He does finally go ahead and block that hard camp that they've been pulling on him. But, I mean, he's level 5, right? In this lane where they were 2v1ing him. Meanwhile, Slark is barely level 3 with 5 last hits, neph. I mean, Furia have to be kicking themselves for not scouting these lanes. I don't know how you just decide to play this one out like this.
I think at a certain point, I mean, either build a time machine, go back, and be like, okay, we'll walk our Slark all the way bottom lane, or we'll TP him bottom to lane against his Doom instead of trying to top this one out. They're probably beating themselves up over not doing it, but they're starting to get to the point where it's not as bad. But still, once this Gyrocopter is pretty much level 5, still halfway to 3 here, or halfway to 4 on the Slark. He's just getting zoned out. Now, Widow Wyvern's forced back.
Yeah, look at mid. Bryle's just crushing the tower here with the catapult, and they might get a kill here onto RDO. The arrow, however, unable to come through, giving him that full duration stun. It's just still so many creeps here in this mid lane, and Storm Spirit, he got pushed out pretty heavily. Dubu snipes the invis. Storm Spirit's not going to have a ton of regen here as well, and it's just falling apart so fast for them. Like, all this damage onto this mid lane tower.
And they do manage to find a kill on the Moon Meander inside the jungle. I think he probably, he ran out of leap charges there, playing around the mid lane a little bit too much, but that mid tower almost going down, only 6 minutes in the game. Next time he's got Elder Dragon form up, I imagine he's just going to run it. Not much they're going to be able to do. And Sexy Fat, still a pretty long way of him coming online. I mean, you probably usually want like mechanism before you start participating with your team, and they're just going to try to run him down. If you can get the stomp off, you're in good shape.
Oh, what a leap arrow there. That was sick. Yeah, and he's dead. They will go ahead and try and turn this around with the Nyx. They even bring Leo in. He needs this kill so bad. There's the pounce. They give him the last hit.
+1, it begins.
+1, it begins. They need to immediately TP the gyro after they get this tower. I think Dragon Knight needs to come top, right? Or is he just going to take mid?
I think he's just going to try to take mid. He's going to struggle to do this without Elder Dragon form. It is another 15 seconds, but this gives him so much more control of the map. You can take the Storm Spirits in mid tower pretty early. You can start invading his jungle, stop him from taking stacks, and make it that much harder for him to make rotations.
Yeah, Doom actually just goes back bottom, 4 points in Devour. I mean, he is basically a carry at this point. He is going to be enormous as this game continues. 3,200 net worth, a 3k gold lead here. Behind mid tower, Duster trying to just go for a deny potentially, but Moon sniffs it out, and there's going to be a kill, I believe, going his way. It is indeed. Gets the mid tower like you were talking about, the second dragon form, making quick work of that one. And Zeus on this Storm Spirit has not been able to find much either.
So, Storm Spirit getting pushed back. I mean, a full level advantage right now on this DK, and they're looking to set up for a kill on Storm Spirit. If I get this Dragon Tail off,
yeah,
nice
good
dodge.
Response. Now with Leo's rotation, you could go for it. Arrow's gonna come out, does hit the Slark, manages to keep him in place though. Slark, can he keep himself alive? He does. Nice save there from Duster. Moon wants to finish him off, but it's not gonna happen. It's put him in a bad position here as Duster now hits another Splinter Blast, saved by that raindrop though. Up to +2.
Yeah. So he finds a couple recovery kills, but it's not going to help his last hit. Still 17 and 4. Gyrocopter farming a big stack.
Oh, that is a big boy stack, and that is a call down to help amplify this. Some items on the ground. Grabs a possessed mask. You'll love to see it.
Well, shortly. Anyways, yeah, he's got that one done, so he's going to be able to jungle without a care in the world. I mean, Ancients will still be able to bring him down, but that 7% means he's always going to be able to top up his HP. Finds himself
He's a Chrysalis. Tomato just has Tread's Chrysalis.
I mean, this is, I think, the most efficient early game damage item in the game. So if you want to farm
He's
fast...
even farming Brile stacks. Oh my goodness. Oh, RDO? Doesn't know if they have a sentry. He really wants to snipe this Gyro, getting a sound, but pops him right at the end there. Well played by the Knicks. How many times have we seen this?
This exact location, this exact hero sniping the carry as they take Ancients.
Yeah, at least 3 or 4 times this tournament.
Yeah. This is the absolute classic. I mean, it's still worth it clearing out a stack that size. Ended up buying out part of his Aghanim Scepter now as well, but RDO gained a full level after that one.
Yeah.
And a lot of gold. He's going to have mana boots after that.
Sexy Fat looking for Moon, but he jumps right into a Nyx. The second leap instantly interrupted. Misses the vacuum there for a moment, but Suits here on the Storm Spirit will be able to clean him up pretty easily. And, you know, Furia showing some signs of life, but you still got a Slark at 3,000 net worth here 10 minutes into the game. neph, that is a rough one.
Yeah, there's also a 5,000 net worth lead right now for Undying, only 10 minutes in. This is one of the biggest 10-minute leads I've seen in a while. So even though they have a kill score advantage, 5-3 now, they're down 5,000 net worth. That's pretty rough.
You got a Saberlight bottom. Yeah, he wants to doom this Slark really bad.
Yeah, as soon as he comes towards this catapult, this Doom's going to come out.
That arrow way off the mark. He was trying to just get the catapult, but didn't connect.
Duster's here. I mean, if they go to Doom the Slark now...
He will still die. Oh, he's going way too far forward, but Storm Spirit going up behind the tower and Saberlight on the side. He's going to go for the Storm instead. He gets the zip out, does end up choosing the Slark, but they don't have the vision. The arrow comes out in the blink from Brile. The Dragon Tail Slark trying to be kept alive by Duster. It's not going to be enough. The magic damage is there, and Brile, he's just too tanky. Nice back wall comes in from Sexy Fat. Saberlight taking a lot of damage as well, but Zeus, he's out of mana. They don't have it. Sexy Fat held down by a demonic purge, and Moon getting chased by the Knicks. He's able to pick up a kill.
Now everybody does disengage. Slark kind of stutter stepped inside those trees there. I think he would have gotten away if he had just walked in a straight line. But I think, yeah, Arrow ended up connecting with him afterwards, and he just ended up going down. Overall, you know, you end up trading 2 for 1. You slow down the Slark's game even more. You're happy about that as you had to expend... Oh. Not done yet. They lose Dubu. They're sitting behind this tower. They want to be able to take some towers of their own to get more map control. Invade the enemy team's jungle here. So that'll even things out at the very least. You end up grabbing 2 for 2, and you take a tier 1 tower.
It still doesn't even feel like it was that much. Tomato cleaned up another Ancient stack in the process. You've got this Doom who's just getting these Devour Midas usages often. You're still down 5k.
I mean, this Gyrocopter is going to reach 2 swole to control status pretty soon. He is only 1,000 gold away from his Aghanim Scepter and his Chrysalis. This guy is farming incredibly fast, and
that's setting up a kill onto Duster. That Winter's Curse never going to connect. I mean, this is the mid lane DK. That early Blink Dagger just being so effective here.
But he starts to get back. Storm Spirit going to clear up this stack of his own. Wants to get himself a Sanj Kaya this game. You are dealing with a lot of disables from the other team. Arrow, Dragon Tail. You know, you mentioned the Blink Dagger on the Dragon Knight is something that's pretty scary to deal with here. But the Doom as well. If you get Blink Dragon Tailed and Blink Doomed, the Storm Spirit is just dead. You want Stasius to get off. Oh my god, Saberlight with the prediction plays.
He knows he's dead, but he did buy out the Blink Dagger for this. So at the end of the day, he's not entirely upset. I mean, it kind of sucks.
Oh, yeah, the vision with the Sentry Ward. Never mind, wasn't a prediction play. I'm crazy.
He saw him on the backside. He did predict, you know, that the Nyx was there, though. Like he saw him for a moment, but wasn't sure that the Nyx had gotten entirely on top of him. Moonlight Shadow comes out. They want to fight here on the side of Undying. Duster once again going for this D ward, but you've got Bryle. The DK stun comes into the arrow. They burst Duster once again. The rest of the team needing to disengage, and Slark still not even close to that Diffusal Blade.
Yep. Doom's gonna want to show off his Blink Dagger as well. If he can get on top of the Storm Spirit, hit him with a War Stone followed by a Doom. Doesn't want to reveal this one. Doom does not want to give up vision of himself. So they smoke up to reveal this Blink. They might not catch the ideal hero here, though. I mean, RDO would, you know, just be the worst person you could find.
I mean, RDO is level 9 on the Nyx. It's not the worst thing in the world. He is able to stay alive for the moment. Thanks, Sexy's back, and he gets a vac wall. RDO still gonna pop there to that demonic purge, but they need to get out. Saberlight can't afford to die here. That's a DD on the Storm. You gotta be so careful. He's able to get the Doom off out onto the Slark, and now Bryle laying into him. In comes Moon as well. The damage, it's gonna be there. The Slark goes down on the backside of the fight. Suits, he's out of mana, and you got Tomato's Gyro finally joining the fight. He's got an Ags, Neph.
Yeah, we're looking at 15-minute Ags, Chrysalis here, and he's sitting on 700 gold in the bank as well. There is no way they end up taking that fight. Absolutely destroyed there. They could not blow up the Doom before he ended up getting his ultimate off, and Clark ends up going down without doing much damage at all in that team fight because of it. I mean, it was all set up there by Duster, but it's just him and Storm Spirit doing damage right now. The Darkseer doesn't feel incredibly useful. They can't pump out damage into this DK Dragonite fast enough, it feels. They need more farm on these heroes, and the Slark just hasn't had a chance. Despite finding like 2 kills, he's still feeling the impact of his laning phase.
Oh, yeah. He had, I mean, what, 5 last hits at like 6 minutes or something insane? I don't, maybe that's a slight exaggeration, but maybe, I don't think by much. Like, he actually had 5 last hits like several minutes into the game in the safe lane, which is not ideal.
Let him live. Let him live.
Unlucky. I mean, Undying have just played this game so dang well so far, and they are just punishing Furia at every step. Moon on his way to that Spirit Vessel, which is just going to make life that much worse here for this Darkseer. And it's not that great against the Slark. Obviously, you know, he can definitely just Dark Pact it off, but if he gets Doomed and Spirit Vessel, there is nothing that's going to keep this guy alive. That Cold Embrace that was trying to stall out some of the damage is just not going to be enough.
No. Moon values this one a lot. Whenever he's playing against heroes with high HP regen, he picks this one up. And, you know, it does pay off. Last game, he picked up the Spirit Vessel and didn't really find any kills, but ended up paying off towards the end of the game. Some amazing baits out of Moon Meander in the last game as well. And has been playing super well.
Indeed, indeed. Saberlight on his way to a BKB. Yeah. Not too far off.
Looking for a kill on a Nixie, and he will find it.
Oh, he might end up regretting that decision as Sexy Fan and Duster are behind him. There's going to be the Winner's Curse. Ends up waiting a little bit of that duration, but the vac, the wall, it comes through, holding him in place. Right on the backside, joining the fight, though. They were able to stall it out. Dubu with the saves once again.
Yeah. They're just too close to this tower. I mean, Winter Wyvern is able to turn these fights around, but you have to keep in mind is they're in this Cold Embrace for a very long time. The 5 seconds give you a chance to TP into multiple heroes.
They're gonna find Storm. He didn't see him in time. The Blink Dragon Tail is too dang good, and a tip.
He's probably thinking, what are you doing there, bud? Did you just see us up there in the top lane? 9k net worth advantage now, and they try to go into Roshan, and with the amount of farm that this Gyrocopter has, they're going to be able to take this one pretty quickly.
Yeah.
Chrysalis, Aghanim Scepter, it's really all you need, and Dragonite can tank this one up for you.
They are so dang farmed. It's not like it's just on Gyro. All 3 of the top net worth heroes here. Blink BKB done on the Dragonite. You got Blink BKB coming out very soon on the Doom with a Midas to boot. And Tomato, his BKB about to be finished. And on the timing, when they have all 3 of these, I don't know what Furia can do to try and end this game. Or to like stay in the game, rather. Oh, and why not? Get an Imp-Claw.
He didn't have enough damage already. I mean, yeah, this BKB is going to be done another 400 gold. They're basically done at that point. It's all magic damage. No way Slark is able to stand his ground against that. They're going to try, though. They want to take a fight into them.
He just got the defusal completed. He just jumps right into a Doom, though. And now on the backside of the fight, he's just dead. Got sniped by an arrow. They do trade for the Doombringer here, but in comes Dubu. Winter's Curse, maybe going to finish off the Mirana, but again, Dubu with the saves. The wall comes through. Bryle pops that BKB. Wants to maybe help find a kill. You got Tomato coming in on the backside. But these illusions canceling his blink constantly. They're going to sit behind this wall. That's their safety net.
I mean, against Tomato, there's not much safety. His BKB is complete now. He's got his Aegis still, and he's just going to look towards the top lane, take this tower, and I don't think they're going to be able to turn this one around. I like that there was absolutely no fear in that team fight by Saberlight. The moment he sees Slark, he just throws a Doom out on him. He goes, all right, my objective in the fight is dooming you. You just made it easier for me by jumping me.
Bryle's been found here, super tanky with Dubu behind him. They may be able to keep him alive, and Suits comes in on the Storm. A lot of damage coming in from the Gyro there. There's going to be the back. Sexy Fat's got to leave. Duster just gets shredded, and they find the Nyx. You get a Shadow Demon. That's it, neph. Triple kill on Tomato.
Yeah, that was before his BKB arrived. It was still coming towards him in the middle of that team fight. Aegis is still available. This tower is going to melt. They can't do anything here, it feels. They need to somehow jump Dubo on the backline because he keeps getting these 6 saves. Like every time they throw out a cold embrace or a wall, he's there stalling out this team fight. They don't do enough damage for a Gyrocopter yet, obviously. Next, he's going to be going for this Satanic, and unfortunately for you, you don't have a Spirit Vessel on your own side to deal with this one. He's going to be getting full heals off of this. How do you fight this man?
I mean, you don't really. You just got to get pickoffs on everyone else and hope that Tomato like kills his allies in a Winter's Curse or something. Most of this game has just been save after save from Dubu. Like every single time he's able to stall this out. We saw Storm Spirit actually try and jump the Shadow Demon there, and he did, but it was just a fraction of a second too late. He's able to keep his heroes alive, and now Leo in the bottom lane. Oh no, the Blink, the War Stomp, the Doom, Slark dead once again here. This is the worst feeling in the world.
Yeah, and you're about to hit the point where Gyrocopter is double your carry's net worth. You don't see that every day.
I wouldn't say about. I mean, we're basically there. Meanwhile, Nyx Assassin mid lane, gonna get saved by a Cold Embrace. He gets his Aeon Disc delivered. What an unfortunate time for that. No Aeon Disc and now no Nyx Assassin, as they're just going to continue the aggression here. A Catapult behind Tomato. This dude has zero fears. You can't kill the Gyrocopter here. He managed to find a Grove Bow. Satanic coming out in just about 1,800 gold.
Yeah, I mean, even if you did manage to kill him there, he'd just get back up. He still got this Aegis. His team be able to get on top of him by the time you bring him down that first time and turn the fight against you. Storm uses all of his mana trying to zip on top of Dubu here, but
Arrow almost comes through to connect, and Spirit Vessel comes out. Storm, I think he's dead. Nice Winter's Curse, able to keep Moon off the Storm Spirit here, but Bryle now gonna chase him down. So much damage even from the DK. Winter's Curse once again, but the burst damage from Moon. Grabs him mid lane, they find the Slark. Dark Pact cuts down, he's unable to follow up with that War Stomp. And RDO looking to maybe set up a kill here. It would be nice. The arrow comes through. It's going to get immediately purged. They get the kill. RDO now on the run. They burst down one. Slark protected for the moment by the Shadow Dance, but he can't do anything else.
Yeah. Now it's on cooldown for another 55 seconds. He can't really leave the base committed onto any heroes without that Gyrocopter to be able to blow him up in an instant. And this Satanic that you were talking about, almost complete. He finds a Darkseer as well, but is going to let him go. Does have a lot of armor, still has a mechanism available as well, and
Tomato has creeps to farm.
Yeah, he's got saving goals. Wants to finish this.
Fading out the Storm Spirit. Dubu's here once again to save him, and in comes Tomato. Demonic Purge comes out. He's out of mana. He's got to get surged in just a second if he can make it out. The arrow. Oh, Slark doesn't take it. Storm Spirit's just dead. Oh no, nothing going the way of Furia.
And that's it. Satanic finally done. There's a DD rune outside the Roche Pit. I don't imagine they'll go back for this one, but if they do find this, they'll just tear through these buildings in like seconds here. Tomato is so big. There it is. Satanic done. Double damage rune found. Tomato's looking to go high ground, and I'm not sure how you stop this man outside of like a 5-man Winter's Curse and a vac wall. Even then, I think he's healing too much off his Aghanim Scepter Satanic.
Yeah, he will be, absolutely. Blink Stun comes out. They find the Slark. They don't get the Doom. There's the Winter Curse on the backside. It might be able to bring down Dubu, and it does. A great start, but the DD comes out from Tomato, and the rest of these guys gotta back off. Nearly taking down the entire side of Furia there.
They pop the Fortify, stall for a little bit of time, but Tomato's just going to hit these Ancient Creeps for a second. Heal back up to full. There it is. It didn't even
want to rotate on into the triangle here, but Sexy Fat, he gets the vac, he gets the wall, but he's just dying all by himself here. In comes the Storms, but the Doom from this Doombringer, nothing you can do. Just waiting. In comes Leo on the Slark, gonna try and fight up into this gyrocopter, but there's the Satanic. Slark's gotta leave. There's gonna be a missile following him. The buyback here on the Storm Spirit, able to snipe one on the backside. He's gotta get out though. He cannot afford to die here. And Slark on the low ground. They have vision of you. Dubu's gonna find him. That Dark Pact, it's gonna be wasted, and Demonic Purge is available. He's gonna go down. There's nothing here to save him. The Slark, he popped the Shadow Dance, but there's just too much magic damage.
All that AoE, he's not going anywhere because the way that Dubu threw that one out, the disruption, as soon as his Dark Pact came out, the team managed to blow him up. Easy for Dubu. And now, 20k, almost 20k net worth advantage here. We'll see it in just a moment. 25 minutes into the game. Nothing's going to stop him running high ground here, other than maybe Gyrocopter's lack of mana. We saw what he did to him last night fight, though. Ended up being a 5-for-1 trade. All you catch out is this Mirana. And Moon, he doesn't care. He's just baiting you out. He knows Tomato's the real carry here.
Yeah,
his job is done.
Bryle, Black Dragon is going to expire there. Artio might be able to set up some damage here, but doesn't want to reveal himself. He's just too afraid. Anytime you try to make these commitments, there's gonna be a save from this Shadow Demon on the backside, and I love this Force Staff pickup from him. Gets him out of the pounce, able to allow him to close the gap and go for a save if he needs to. I mean, there's just so many different ways it can be useful. Word here, gonna scout the side of Furia as they're backing away, and Blink Dragontail comes out. The arrow comes through. It hits the Slark. Oh no, there's gonna be a great save from the Wyvern, but it's Zeus on the backside trying to find these kills. Again, these dispersions, able to save them for just enough time. Sexy Fat trying to run his way into the base. Tomato, BKB has expired. Cardio on the run, but Moon, I don't know if he was gonna if he's gonna tolerate it or not. Yeah, he's gonna let it go. No, he's gonna run right into Artio. The Star Storm. Stuns come out. Saberlight blink forward. They're gonna chase him down. There's no way, right? Oh, he guesses wrong on Saberlight. He goes the other way. All right.
Saberlight's still looking.
He's just going. He goes U-. Mean lane. So Bryle is still over here, by the way. Just geared away, doing damage.
Yeah, Tomato looking for objectives, looking for more farm on the map. He took that tier 1 bottom lane, shoved in, so he's not able to grab the other one. If the full base is open, they'd probably look at trying to take mega creeps here. Roshan had a very quick respawn, so I imagine they'll start to look that way. In fact, yeah, Dubu's already there. He scouts it out. He knows Roche is up. He pings it out for his team.
Yeah, they've pretty much got everything you need here on the side of Undying. Tomato manages to find an Elven Tunic, making life that much easier for him, and there's just no answer to the Gyro at this stage of the game. He has 21, almost 22,000 net worth. He's double the net worth of every single person on the side of Furia. No one is even close.
Yeah, I mean, we're talking about how he's double Slark a couple minutes ago. He had 15k when Slark had 7.5. Now it's even worse than that. There is absolutely no closing this gap.
With the Aegis Cheese refresher, yeah, there's no... There can't... I don't know what you can do on the side of Fury here. I mean, it's got to be the most incredible throw by Undying here to swing this game back in their favor. Smoked up here, looking bottom. They want to find this Storm Spirit, but he's just going to TP home.
Yep. They're still hunting him for a little bit until he shows himself in the lane, but I imagine they also want to push bottom, and again, opening up that last tier 3 tower so they can get mega creeps is going to be a pretty big deal. Not many places for you to go right now on Furia. They only have a little bit of vision outside their base. They know the only way they get back into this game is if they manage to take a like amazing defensive fight. Going outside just isn't an option for them.
I mean, at the end of the day, you got a Dark Seer, right? You can do what you can. They're going to find Bryle here. Not a bad hero to start the fight on. There's no Dubu to go for the save. Maybe they can burst him, but he gets the BKB. Aeon just going to get proc the Black Dragon, and he's online. Just going to stand on top of these heroes, fly away, pops that cheese, ready to turn this one around, but they found the Storm. The stuns come out. They don't even have to commit the Doom. He's going to look for someone else instead, and Duster Winter's Curse onto the backside. Leo catches the Demonic Purge, and the chase continues. Dragon Tail going to come through. He's just waiting for that Purge, and there it is. Doom to follow from Saberblade. They don't even need it. They just clean him up. 5 for 0. GG comes out, and oh my god, Undying.
In excellent form in game number 2. And, you know, I gotta say, you were worried about the lanes. They knew exactly what they were playing into. Ended up switching it up, and Furia didn't end up following them. The Slark, like, never recovered from the start of that one. All 3 lanes were lost, and there was just nothing they were able to do. I mean, if you look at the player net worth from the very start, the 10-minute mark, top 3 heroes, Gyrocopter, Doom, Dragon Knight, all of them.
It wasn't even at just 10 minutes. It was 5 minutes past. At 5 minutes and going on, like they held the top 3 net worth the entire game. Like that is I mean, 3 minutes past. It was literally them the whole time. This was just a clinic by Undying here, going 11-1 and 11 on Tomato's Gyrocopter. This was quite a game.
Yeah, you can't afford to sack every lane like that. And I think when they realized they were switching things up on them, they needed to match that, even if it required moving heroes around the map. Like, you ended up losing so much more sitting inside these lanes. You had no ability to win, rather than you know, wasting time moving back and forth across the map. So nice play there by Undying, predicting exactly where these heroes on Furia were going to go and playing against them perfectly. Tomato so far, only death he took was when RDO got his early level 6, played a little bit cheeky. I think took him by surprise there, which was kind of funny to see, but Tomato got the last laugh as he gunned down the entire enemy team.
Yeah, you know, I don't think Tomato was ever too upset about it. He probably chuckled a little bit. He's like, yeah, whatever. I'll come kill all of you on a little bit. No big deal. Laughing maniacally as he does. But yeah, incredible first game from Undying. I mean, these guys are looking really good today. We've got another game coming up here in just a moment. Game number 2 between Undying and Furia. We'll see if they can pull it back. But we're going to go to a little bit of a break. So we'll see y'all after that. Stay tuned for more here on the Loop Bet Pro Series Season 7.